to be talking about Mississippi seatbelt law. The simplest answer I can give you, which I will always try to give you, is everybody in the vehicle has to have a seatbelt on. There's got to be enough seatbelts for every occupant inside the vehicle. Okay, Mississippi seatbelt law is 63-2-1. It went in effect, the new law went in effect on July 1st, 2017. It was drafted on the Senate Bill 2724 as Harlie's Law. We'll get to the name in just a second. Bear with us, and if you would, hit the like button if you think you're going to get value out of this video or you want to see more videos. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, prior to the law change, the only people in the vehicle that had to have seatbelts on was the front passengers. Nobody else in the car had to, unless they fell under the child restraint law, which I will cover that probably in the next video, so stay tuned and come back for that one. All right, and the new law passed that every occupant in the vehicle has to have seatbelts on, and you can no longer ride in the bed of trucks if there's not a seatbelt there and you can't sit there. And when you drive a vehicle, you need to understand the driver of the vehicle gets the seatbelt ticket, even if the driver has a seatbelt on. And the best way to view that is the vehicle cannot move without the driver initiating the car. Getting in, putting a foot on the brake, pull it out of park, put it in drive, and go. Vehicle can't do that on its own. You got to have the driver in driver's seat. That's why the driver always gets the tickets, or whatever the charge or case may be in the vehicle. Even if it's not your vehicle, all that stuff, the driver is in charge of the vehicle. In Mississippi, the seatbelt law is a primary law. It means you can be stopped for it. Other states, it's not a primary law. It's a secondary offense, which means they have to pull you over for something else, then seatbelt. Mississippi seatbelt is a primary law. You can be stopped and ticketed for a seatbelt. For an example, proof of insurance. That is a secondary offense. I can't pull you over just to see if you have insurance. With the law change, it did not change the fact of whether or not the child had to follow child restraint laws. If the child meets the requirements for child restraint law, you need to follow child restraint law. If you put a seatbelt on a child and they're supposed to follow child restraint law, that's going to fall under a different law. You can still receive a citation or a ticket, even if the child is in a seatbelt. This goes back to the name, they call it Harlie's Law. This is a sad story that nobody wants to experience, but we probably all have experienced some type of it before. Harlie Oswald died in a car crash in late 2016 in Marshall County. Harlie was in the back seat with the cousin Tristan Bragg. To my understanding of the case, they were driving, they were coming up on a hill, couldn't see over the hill, couldn't see around the hill. When they got to the top of the hill, there was a vehicle in their lane. They swerved, missed, ran off the road, hit some pine trees, which caused Harlie and the cousin to die. My understanding, they were not wearing seatbelts. Now think about how many times have you drove down the road and seen somebody swerve in your lane? Anything like it could happen to anybody. Which brings us to the next thing. A little bit of statistics is seatbelts reduce risk of death by 45% and serious injury by 50%. And you're 30 times more likely to be ejected from a vehicle in a car crash if you're not wearing your seatbelt. 3 out of 4 people ejected die from the injuries. And the odds aren't in your favor for not wearing your seatbelt. Then it brings us to the program, especially here in Mississippi, you're going to hear a lot. It's on billboards, TV ads, radio station. Click it or ticket. Some people here believe click it or ticket is put on by the Highway Patrol, but it's actually put on by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. It's a campaign that they do every year. It's aimed at increasing the use of seatbelts. They mainly do it for younger adults, kids, teenagers, things of that nature. It's to get them to wear their seatbelts more because they're less likely to wear it once they start driving on their own. In the click it or ticket, it stresses strict enforcement of safety belt laws. It saves lives. I mean, that crash with Harlie could have happened to anybody. Could have happened to you. Could happen to me. There's been several times that I have personally in my own personal vehicle been traveling interstate. I've had several cars come down the wrong way on the interstate. I mean, I'm not even in this state. I've had it happen. It happens everywhere. Don't be a victim of it. Pay attention to the roads. Pay attention to your surroundings. You don't want to be the next one involved in a serious situation like that. And it's sad that a child had to pass away for this to be publicized and turned into a law.